Asante Kongoi. Chamgai Viga Kutit Kaine Nyuge Mheshimiwa Mercy Chepkrui, I nominated MCA in Uasin Gishu representing gender, mambo ya kijinsia. Mimi ni feminist, human rights activist and human rights defender. Na tuko hapa leo kuzungumzia mambo ya Human Rights Awards.
Kongoi mising Mheshimiwa. Gingen gele betabrane ge mite twae betabra so bit kimwaji biga boror anan biga bemet keleji mite ngolione ge gure imandana bo kosobe anan human right defenders ko human right defenders amiji mwaweji yaroru en koindo imwaji biga bemet kone gole tos human right defenders kone amun betabrane ge mite ag kibangenge notok nebo defenders coalition asobit ke ngalale ngalek chotok chetinyege ak human rights so itangata sobit yaroru wej mising gosir ko tingangot.
Kongoi bitok. Nile human rights defender kuchi agatogol nyo ritini sabetabich agchi agatogol nyo anapigania haki. Inaweza kuwa ni haki za wamama, could be haki za vijana, haki za watoto, haki za wanaume. Human rights defender kuchi agatogol nyo wachuruge mugasinyi kuralumi makosa mahali mujami agamarako that makosa. An example I would give you personally anende I human rights defender awai legislator so nami bunge angat nawaga orire pitch orire chebioso orire lagoi agmiga sisha choye chole kasi nyami abari nebo Agnes Tirop mu kotini kmige berakalanes gigepar lakwani bachi agtama kucha justice wesai so igera nami ai legislature mulibo bunge lakini nacho kama stanyina awamucho ai ngalega human rights defender so nile human rights defender kumuch kutunga chinye tunga kasi nyaga lakini kutunga passion nebo community imushan ikweunye itunga passion nebo media agitunga passion nebo community utapata human rights defenders wengine ni community health workers but they still fight for the rights of children in the communities utapata human rights defenders wengine watu kama the chiefs in our communities wenye wanapigania mambo ya FGM unapata kuna wamama in our communities they decided to start their own safe homes amwinga ngalek chami korenyo chami communities chocho watoto wanachapwa watoto wanadhulumiwa watoto wanarepiwa wamama wanapigwa watoto wadogo boys unaona pia wanasodomaiziwa so unapata kuna wale human rights defenders wenye wamejitolea kufanya kazi kwa community kusaidia unajua tuko na authorities wetu wenye labda hawafiki huko kwa kijiji ndani so unapata the human rights defenders kubichwami mwenyogobiga chomi community kagasangale chuchu so amuja one example nebo chabia sanyogia nyoro in public participation chone aina koi constituency this lady decided to aliona kwa community yake kuna vita za kijinsia wamama wanapigwa wasichana wanapigwa akaamua wacha nitumie nyumba yangu kama safe home na hiyo safe home ni mahali sasa anatumia pesa yake mwenyewe kuleta watu kurescue watoto kuwapea guidance anatafuta counselor na wapea counseling agutara tsubit kwa community agwas familia nengwang kongolalji siman sibucho sabon agata ke beach community so chinya lenyane nyoki chabia sabanya mi village nyogo churuge kwa egasi nibo kusaidiana so chi huyo automatically human rights defender yes
mangen gotos kinyoru human rights defenders chemureneke kora chemuj kotoret ngalek choto Mheshimiwa.
Yes, ni human rights defenders ni wengi ambao ni wanaume. I can give an example of Kimutai Kirui who is our human rights defender here in Eldoret. Amesaidia sana tukiwa tunapigania mambo ya wamama anakwanga na sisi na tuko na wanaume wengi. Mi boy chang sana cho nilemba injagi mi la kwanya kikipa kotini yino. Nyabo la kwanya class 3 mwenye alidhulumiwa.
Check some
Class 3. Yes. Alidhulumiwa akienda nyumbani kwa basi ya shule na ni wai county yetu tu. Aginyo rukini wanaume chacha ante gimi kotini wetu nini. Nilembo wasingisho nyamiana anende. Kutunga leaders, chwale human rights defenders. In our civil society, I can mention someone like Collins. Those are people who have seen wenye wanapigania haki za kijinsia na bado ni wanaume. So mi tuko na wanaume wenye ni human rights defenders. Yes.
Kumangen ge mwangal yotab safe homes.
Yes.
So mwangal ale safe homes ko tos ngomastani tang nebo Eldoret anan Uasin Gishu anan Rift Valley ngomase ko tos ingen lo tos munga koteb chita age kole kinamjina no safe homes juta mara komiji negiginyalilen kole masa au ko tosar.
So nile challenge ngitinya sai ngalega safe homes kwa sababu ile mambo ya femicide na GBV pia inaendelea kukua mingi. Inaendelea kukua mingi kabisa and it's at an alarming rate. Unapata challenge tuko nayo ni hakuna mahali watu wanaweza torokea. Ndio unaona watu kwa community wanajitolea kutengeneza hizo safe homes. Lakini hapa kwetu Uasin Gishu tuko na rescue center yetu na tuko na children's home kadhaa wenye sometimes now they they go beyond without being a children's home. They decide we can help this woman today, alafu kesho tampeleka. So lakini gebore as a county kenyoru resources, dognyoru resources. Sinetag county ku tech a safe home. Amude nile safe home yagi tech kumi yu MTRH. Lakini MTRH wakarivati yao ni ya mental case. But minele victims cheba GBV, cheba SGBV sana MTRH inawapea care, na after imewapatia care now they look for a place where they can be kept for some time. But to be honest, I can say we have a challenge in the entire country. Atuna safe homes, mami safe homes kabisa. Lakini Uasin Gishu, our Eldoret Rescue Center will do that.
Okay.
Yes.
So mana le tos mi amune nebo ko assembly. Ingele mite assembly mite nebo county, mite assembly nebo national government.
Yes.
Tos mi amune nebo kejeng anan kisirto ngatutiet nemwoe kole kechop safe homes cheu choto asobit konyorune biik keljin nebo biik chemie kesar.
Nile mito petition nyagiukoitain as Defenders Coalition, as members of Femicide KE, as a legislator myself, ogo chebiosoi ogo mren chebo koroni kigisir petition agikoiti task force nyagi selected the president in December. Kigoiti task force panda Kipka County participation, and in that petition or in our submission of the memoranda, we are asking our leaders in the national government, kitebe leaders in the county government, kilane chamwatebe bichumi county ne magnget kete rabia chepkondo ba department nyaba gender suga subketachne safe homes. Lakini inyoru challenge nyagitinya maguro tigle your gender is something that matters really much, but it matters. So inyoru kagutaki rabinik tokol kaba barabara kaba stima kaba ano, so inyoru mwamichi nyawa toshuguli. So kazi ile nye tunajaribu kufanya sai ni tujaribu tusukume kwa national government, munaweka pesa kwa department ya gender so that in every county we have a safe home, so that we can be able to reduce. So it's a work in progress. It's something that we hope by the end of the year at least 1 or 2 counties tutakuwa tumefika mahali tumeweka pesa kwa department ya gender asilia safe homes. Yeah.
Amangan county na Uasin Gishu koto bitinye human rights defenders tenegit kotiana mungu ne ngap kotep chito kole tama konai kole tos chang tos ngering ako ngotko chang tos amune se changa tos chang bichu kinyalile missing so kamach ko changa human rights defenders.
So human rights defenders wako wengi, lakini challenge ile nyiko ni unaogopa pia kujitokeza kama a human rights defender. Amumenga community itakureceive aje, amuimuch iwo in other hostile communities where they have harmful cultural norms, where they still practice things like child marriage, inyoru to proximity chale FGM, inyoru kweli gile human rights defender imori ichuru gaya gimwanda na pigania imambo ya FGM iondolewe. Shida sasa inyoru communities chale hostile. Inyoru a very hostile community keleching hiyo ni mambo yetu tulikuwa tunafanya, wewe umekuja kufanya hii na hivi. So challenge wache yenye nafanya mtu asijitokeze kama human rights defenders. Lakini human rights defenders wako kila mahali, wako kwa mashule zetu, wako kwa community, wako kwa bunge, ni kila all over. And in Uasin Gishu we have so many of them. Yes.
Okay, mongen kemwa ngalekab le muy komi korwek cheterterchin chebo emoni human rights defenders. So mongen situation anan aliet nebo ngalekab biik cheborchingei imandab kipkosobe eng emoni uni situation eng emoni nebo Kenya Uasin Gishu ole kimi nguno.
Yeah. So amucha ngalale Uasin Gishu maya situation na nyanya human rights na Uasin Gishu matamu giburburge seite mukia gase sana wo Nini Central Police Station kia gase wo the different gender desks that we have. So magiburburge seite kukisa sagomye maya mige barbare challenges one year here, lakini ni mike sinyege reportan nyagiumia na human rights defender also kimi inafuatiliwa. So maya the situation of human rights as it's so in the country, it is very sad because I'll speak of what happened during the peaceful protest. Towards the evening of that protest, mwanga nagigas kile wanawake walivioletiwa sana. A lot of women were gang raped, women were raped. Kigas reports kile nyugolo huruma wad kimichebe so icha kiga atakan chebe so ko kerepen, lakini magnur the information karam amujui chebe so kumoge kala ane nagigile chavile. So nero tukunjwa le chote chanya na kasalen kito ke vamian chebe so ogolagoi na wanavamiwa in a manner that sexual abuse is something that it takes time for you to heal. So nenyo rutunjwa jaji na kuonyesha kwamba situation ya human rights haiko sawa. Inamaanisha we do not regard the rights of women. Yeah.
So mongen kigere kora yen ngaleja human rights defenders komite amune nebo keker kele bo kamanut bichu mising. So tos nyalu keboisie oret ngoro keker kora kele makikoten bichu mabit ki age tugul nekaweche chametabgei bichu akichek kora amu kele oe boisiet notok ne marachi kokochi biik alak anan sabondab chito age.
Nyana ba tebingen mili an chepyosa nyemi kole bo Markweta nyakamwan kuchurigei akile mamare ngalekab FGM. Ya chepyosa nani kweli? Maya, sindio? So nile pichukure human rights defenders kubicho gonige ba mu community kusafisha the messes that we have in the community, you know, because the police can do all this work. Our leaders, we cannot personally can't do all this work. So mi pichaburwana, mheshimiwa mi la kwanya kagumizan miya kwaine automatically that is a human rights defender for me amugora le mi la kwanya kagumizan so nile pichukure human rights defender maybe yani picha marugutore pitch mu community so mi chembe suppose ke goji maximum support amu wanajaribu kuondoa tu ile uchafu enye iko kwa community. Yes.
Kongoi mising mheshimiwa kaima kobo importance notok nebo human rights defenders. Mongen asale miten ngalyo nekekure HRD promotion ene.
HRD awards.
HRD awards.
Nile HRD awards ku recognition ku award nyogo ini human rights defenders. Nyole ane sasa kile kaguroti nganine kiaigas nyole smart merkegoning recognition. So the HRD awards is hosted by a working group here human rights. It's called Defenders Coalition. So Defenders Coalition brings diplomatic missions, the civil society together to recognize the work that human rights defenders are doing in the community to protect them and to, you know, empower them. So these awards, it's an annual award and Kanyitab Taman yaga kwai this award. Laginile this award kugo ini meronyechi nyoye kasi nyole smart mu community nyole HRD. So imuche nominaten agila korane masi kai masika nyole smart mu community. So wage masike goche this award. So this award is meant to empower me, to support me, to protect me, and also inanipea motisha. Unaona, nikupea human rights defender motisha ya kuendelea kufanya hiyo kazi. Na inampea pia motisha ya kutrain wale wengine kwa community waweze kufanya hiyo kazi. So the HRD awards basically is recognizing the good work that human rights defenders are doing in the community. It happens annually, and just to jump straight into it, so for this year we have 4 awards. We are going to have the upcoming HRD. Nile upcoming HRD award chinya gataw kasi nenyi bo human rights akagura gila kae kasi nyole smart nile HRD of the year kichinya gikwe consistent nyaura kasi nyigapsala kiporie mugenyi nyenyi kigone courage kitingane kuborie maslahi ya binadamu. And then kuna the Munir Mazrui Lifetime Award. Nilinyane kuba chinya gikitaba veteran chinya gikwae kasi nyenyi kwa muda. So gigroga mwe chinya gikitaba kwa muda kikwae kasi kibesta kanyisha chichachang sana kwa this job. And then kumi global solidarity nile global solidarity ku partners chami Tanzania chami Uganda Fiji wenye tuna partner wanawao wana collaborate. So other human rights defenders in other countries globally who we see them doing the good job that they are doing. So that is what the human rights awards are. Yes.
Ngane jobe bichu ngane organize ne tetei ngale taba human rights
nominations. So the award is hosted by Defenders Coalition. Na kwa Defenders Coalition kuna committee yenye itaangalia. So what happens kumi nomination it's ongoing right now. The deadline for the nomination is 31st July. When you go to the website, Never Defenders Coalition, on the top part of the website, you'll click a part called events. So Nero events, me drop down, the different awards. So an example, personally, I'll be nominating myself and I'll be asking you guys for votes. So yeah, watch out for that. Kuna mali unaweza nominate mtu ama unaweza jinominate. Na hii awards unaweza nominate kwa Kiswahili na kwa lugha ya Kiingereza. Na ukienda kwa website ya Human Rights Defenders, inaitwa Defenders Coalition. When you go to their website on the top part and you click the events part, you just follow kuna guidelines. Ni maswali chami yani cherivo chabaru woloi wetoi the voting stage. And once the voting is closed, agumile chitanya HRD we are going to vote for, this is someone, you look at someone, if you're going to nominate someone, you look at someone in the community who you see their work can be seen. So that when the committee goes back and looks at kena ke marla nile ka stap chingo ka senya tognot ka senyo groti le mi yoyi lakini magla maguroti ka stap chit gol kuroti ka stap chitogol even the smallest efforts of courage and solidarity is still human rights work. So we consider all the work, and it's just that it's annual events and we have to get a winner, and there are people who've done this work. So imuchi nominate anana, imuchi nominate ninga. So you have the options to nominate someone. You can nominate yourself as long as this person has done work in the community. Yes.
Komanganale amune nebo sige celebraten anan ke paiboji bichu kikure human right defenders age supporten ko to samone erorwe kitiginoto atya simwoe kora ile angot kobo ke celebraten bichu anan ke paiboji boisiet nekararan noe ko to ngolimba kebeberwek chebo kanan mashinani olini ko to nyorne importance alak cheune kora.
Okay. Nile kawaida ni siri la kwa mtiani musbul magig celebrate. This is exactly what is happening. Like a HRD amefanya kazi yake mzuri kama mwanafunzi mwenye amefanya shule na amepewa zawadi. So hiyo HRD tunamzawadi na kumrecognize na kumpea exposure. Na hiyo exposure ni mali unaenda you meet networks, pia una grow network yako, training yako ina grow so that ukifika pia community unaweza ku give your information yenye umepata even at pigo chuwala mu community nengu. So the importance of recognizing these people is that so that the work can continue, so that we can, empower the people in the community and all that. So it is important to recognize the HRDs because of the good job that they are doing, and it gives them the spirits and the solidarity to continue doing this work. Yes.
So Morgan, the role of protecting the legitimate HRD situation. So manganale to stirta na ganapta ito na wala sa bonda na budget again maybe machegetoret human right.
Yeah.
So mangana arurwe gitegen namo
the reason why there needs to be protection of human rights. Kazingine an example amucha na nyoru simu gele chamila kwanya gagusumbwan mwaliwa mailime alisaiza ni usiku. So of course I can't go alone. So I need security to go and help me because you're going to rescue someone. You don't know if it's a hostile environment. So it's delicate work. It's work that you need to be, on toes with it. So it is important to protect them because they put themselves in harm's way. Pitch meet harm's way. Kelewan? So kazi yenye HRDs wanafanya kazi nyole risk sana. Require a lot of protection. So it is important to legitimize their work, to be recognized, to know that the work they do is tunasaidiana, tunajaribu to make community ikuwe a better place for all of us. Hakuna kitu mbaya tunafanya. Yes.
So migete gingengele petiek kemetai. Komatike kanapta ngalekab human rights.
Yes.
Defenders. Kegergele katesta en gorer ne kararan. So jajam kelen future goals and
yes.
So those are again.
Really, the future goals and impacts definitely for HRDs. I mean, I can talk of the movement that I'm in, which is Femicide KE. Tunaomba ya kwamba by the time tunafika hata 16 days of activism, tutakuwa tumefika mahali ambapo to report cases ya wamama kuuliwa, like we say in 3 months 97 women have been killed. So we want cases like those to go down. So the reason why we're doing tunafanya empowerment kila siku tuko kwa media, tuko kwa community, technology ni chebeso, technology ni mreni, technology ni chitowel. Amugu maragero that in the near future nilila walk chacha chemi kukona is the society safe for our girls. So our goal is that by the time some of us are retiring from this work, our children are safe. Yes.
Okay. Agera le kararan kapsa wentin tabe kore na kararan komye. Ingena ko gati kiba human rights.
Yes.
Ko changora gewelin wek chobune. So ngab ko apart from gema ile muje kemboy image security. Ngab itin kondo inde tagana mara gora go chak. So mangen ko tora gibune situation unoto ago tos keitonos keger kora kele ingokakonere chichi nyikiweko kora kot konyo.
Sasa personally kiabun to be treasurer last year 2024 nyekikimule social media amu kiatep my area MP olechi kalia kuya kwa new bloggers mule kweli kweli. So you know, as a human rights defender, I was abused terribly. You know, so now there's the psychological abuse that you go through. Almost all human rights defenders stranded, they have to go for therapy, they have to have counseling, because you know there are some things that people tell you online, like technology facilitated gender-based violence. Personally, that is what I went through in 2024, where you get people are abusing you, shaming you over things that is normal to do, you know, things that is ordinary things. So hizo ndo challenges yenye tunapitia kama HRDs. Yes.
Kage manglet jo ile kanamge ak gamasta notok netinye ripsetab kalyet anan security ku police station.
Yes.
Mangen kora ale ko human rights defenders obendi kibagenge kora au coordinateni ogero le ko mwochige kipkutin ak biik chebo gaa olin kora so gero le kesulda kora ng'alyondoni amu ngap ko mara komeche chito koun ng'alyo so mangen ale tos kiwaitano so gero le konamge ak biik chebo gaa kora.
Unajua kuna ile kitu inaitwa cultural sensitivity. So basically if umeenda kwa community kama Marakwet, utaenda ukijua, like you need to know their dialect ama utafute translator so that the community can hear you. Unaangalia pia norms ya hiyo community. If you're going to a community like Samburu, of course you can't go to Samburu wearing a trouser, they will not listen to you. Unaelewa? So you target the community the way the community is. If you go to Masai land, just fit into their Masai culture, and because you want to dismantle the wrongdoings in the culture, right? Lakini huwezi dismantle usipokuwa culturally sensitive. So ndo sigagasin komye ground. Iwo wala mukta ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
So me gele leadership.
Yes.
Ngomesin bo ngalegap defenders coalition and go defenders human rights defenders. So manganale akwe jamo kwe kora gando ichekwa ko gero le gangeten mijita na maragai gasin negim oto lene anum koy gasin ne gune jo nyalo ge gere inendet tai singa boisioni chebo human rights ko inene walu ge gatugul anan jamo ite yon.
So human rights, especially for defenders coalition, wako tuko in every county. So unaona tuko na human rights defenders wengi. Na tuko na human rights defenders in different categories. Kuna indigenous groups, kuna wamama wenye wako rural areas ambao ni human rights defenders. Kuna wamama wenye wako towns, we have the sex workers, we have people living in the slums who are also human rights defenders. Like we have the grassroots women. It's generally picha chang, you know, all diversities. So we ni chito gol uchoke ai boshano to gol so the awards keep going. Mami chinyo gonyoro award mara mbili degaga award ni itasa ego gasengo mi chegure upcoming.
Okay.
Yes.
Tabanak no authority ana no barjinige manda nebo kosabe nebo chito na mara agikoten mara golang pan kagenyere ana go kemwa gas kemwa ngaliot kengyon kemwa ile tindo chito kul emanda nyi nebo kosabe. So tabanak choto ko tos mi biik alak kora che tagiyachin ana keteteanchi imanda nenywa nebo kosabe. Mag
I mean, mi chumi community chegure intersex na kuna kesi tulikuwa na handle juzi where community inataka kufukuza mtu because someone is intersex, and the Constitution of Kenya recognized them in 29 the Celsius wali hesabiwa na wako recognized. Na ukienda hata kupiga kura unaona hapo when you're doing the thing wako hapo. So mi tukunjwa le chajejo chaimuch in the community musima kosa yake yako vile yako hivyo ndio venye aliumbwa. So mi vichajejo chale sideline community ni tunajaribu kuongelesha community kwa acceptance.
So Morgan ngabo iboroindo nangwong sonet biik amu ngele tugun cheu changu no mile intersex ko manaji itita emet netom kokere biik ole mi kii neuno anan ko chi neunoto ko yaketikini kobit mara kesich chi ngokwonotok neunotok ko keon kui kemwoe ko mongen asale nguro tos kiotou program nekinetoti biik asikonai kora biik tugul kolany kole chi tugul kotinye imanda nenyinet.
Actually hiyo ni program pia Kenya National Commission of Human Rights have been doing na Kipka Assembly. Walikuja assembly and I was present on that day. Agimwangle mi kenete beach mu communities ko acceptance kile nili beach ku beach chola chagek mami difference. So imuche nyoru me, those are the awareness yenye tunajaribu kufanya kwa community. Ile problem ki challenges to resources, when you're enough resources to every community to do the education. So sana kuna ile pia tunajaribu kuifanya online. Mkige mambo digital. So mimi digital. So unashika simu, tunaingia online, tunafanya hiyo mafunzo huko. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kema na ba digital. Ko ngapi ya online ileni wati net big. Ko mi bichetom kona komnya ko ba ngalek kinyoru kesiren komasata. Ko ngapi leni net big ko bwat big alak ko kapelen nyo ko tay ko jubin. So mana le to solyo ni ora so gerole. Kaiti keger kele man kakichengi chichi mandanyi nebo kipkosobei lakini nguno komi biik chemi chechobe biik chengeletyo kuondolende ano situation unoto.
Swali pia mimi hiyo ni swali najiuliza tutafanya aje because now it's becoming a challenge. Technology facilitated gender based violence is the new trend now where everyone wants to abuse everyone on social media. I know the abuses they give you, it's not easy, but technology community care ni much kemwanga lecho jubila ne semana kemulge bat ovyo. So that is a challenge that you can give it to us because it's a new trend. And I remember there's one of the activities that we did last year is around just making sure women in politics are safe and the challenges that they face. Na tulifanya kwa X na ilienda vizuri, so tunja rejege ta ukikuta last year. So mama chamwa lakini yano kinye kukuta last year. But now the good thing with Defenders Coalition, we have digital security training. So una trainiwa on how to be secure with your phone, and it's training that mkirequest fanyeni kama watu wa media unaweza fanyiwa. So it's you are trained on how to protect yourself online, on how to make sure that your phone is not hacked, like things like those. Yeah, but basically we need to figure out what we're going to do about technology facilitated gender based violence. Yeah.
Ko nguna biik chekikomongei kole meche ketete anti mandanywa nebo kipkosobei chekemwa kele intersex tos ing Uasin Gishu kou ne kaitet nebo biik cheu choto amu nguna ngot ibesene Uasin Gishu anan mi Uasin Gishu missing. To biik cheu choto ko kikomongei kaitet ne nekit kotia amu kele na ko kit ne mara kyoityi kamanut otou kemwa.
Mamucha koni the exact number lakini otinye kesi agenge mimi abori nyebe lakwa nyegi kion manga. So can Sarah help me with that? Me like a few 3 or 4 here that I know. Lakini mimi bichuchu our communities. Ma kabat ma mwoge legile olagile amu of the stigma that they will go through. Yes.
So toso chopchini training akiche kora so wanai kole ki muitoitoi nganda atokanen biik.
I mean, I can give an example of what we did last year during the 16 days of activism. We had them present to even perform. So kigugur kuka kwai tenoge kwaine, and they are human beings like me. Yeah, so they came, they performed. So me ke burbura kuka close.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mi ngalyondo nekobo in nomination komi biik che tebegei kole nomination ini keyaito ano amu manaji kakitwai barak kebunabun barak kotebegei chito maswali chechang tebutik chechang kole to keyaito ano step 1 step 2 keba kunoto akoi kebirchi kura ako kibirchin ngo kurait ing yo.
So step 1 kila mtu na this is my call to everyone in the community now. If you know anyone who's doing great work in the community, fighting for justice, fighting for women, fighting for children, fighting for boys, fighting for men, and you see their good work, maybe they're fighting for climate change, environmental justice, economic justice, all these things. So my call to you guys is that you look at this person and you feel like if it's you, kama ni wewe unaona unafanya kazi, unaweza jinominate. Na kama pia unaweza nominate mtu mwingine, unaangalia ni nani huyo una nominate. So what you do, you go to the website, the Defenders Coalition website. Step 1, go to the website, click on the top parts where it's written events. So when you click that part for events, it will give you a drop down of the categories that you're going to nominate. So as I had mentioned, there's the upcoming HRD, there's the HRD of the year, there's the Munir Mazrui, and there's the global. So when you unaangalia unawe, kama mimi naona nitajinominate. So nikijinominate nitakuja niwaambie munipigie kura. So mkinipigia kura na nishinda award itakuwa poa. But yeah, so even when your process imeenda. So my call to all of you in the community is that the awards are closing on 31st July. If you can please nominate someone that you feel like in your community, and it doesn't have to be in a town setting. It could be the woman in the village. It could be mtu mwenye ako kwa mashinani kabisa Elgeyo Marakwet tuko chini, inaweza kuwa ni mtu mwenye ako Turkana, ako Mombasa na unaona kazi yake ni nzuri. Nominate as many as possible. Okay? So that the committee will sit down, look at the selection, they look at the work that have been done. But when you go to the website, the process is step by step. Also, unaweza nominate na Kiswahili na English. Na kama pia kuna wale wenye unaona ni the ones who are to go the elderly ones, tunaweza wasaidia. So wale wenye ni wazee, tafadhali naomba vijana muwasaidie. If you want to nominate them or they want to use their phones, just show them how it's done, unaweza wasaidia. So yeah,
Okay, kaimwa komye yaror komye amu konoton mara kotebege biik chechang kole mwa ako tos ke shortlisting auyo amu manachi kora komoche konai biik kole kabit results koker kole tos chito nekabirchi kurait kokanam notok kineuno.
So nile shortlisting yenyewe, it does not kubari the quality of the nomination. Kubari kazi yenye umefanya. Ni gani kazi yenye unafanya kwa community. So once the nominations close, the committee will sit down, look at the nominations, look at the work that someone has done on ground. Unafaa kwa pia na evidence ya kazi yenye umefanya. That's why we encourage people to document the work that they do. So in the community yangalie, there could be interviews here and there that will be done, so to just ascertain like the work. And then after shortlisting is done, now it will be communicated, and then the awards normally happen around November, December.
Yagi koita awards chotok yagi nominated biik kotos kikure biik tugul nyokoker eng Nairobi anan olekyoe aror kidogo.
Yeah, the last time it happened in the embassy in Nairobi, so normally it happens in Nairobi. I don't know if we will shift to another county, but normally it happens in Nairobi. And for this year we're celebrating 10 years of doing this. So we invite, so we invite like-minded individuals, stakeholders, our partners to come and celebrate with us. Yes.
Mangen ale ngale je human rights defenders kama naji kotebege chito age kole tos onamege ak kibagengeshek alak chemabo serikali so ai anan onamege ak serikalit inegei asokobo boisie pamoja arorwech kora nyoto amu ni biik chema
I mean, as a human rights defender, lazima ufanye kazi na community, lazima ufanye kazi na government, lazima ufanye kazi, na nikisema government situations where I will need the police to help me here or there, the gender desk people to help me to go rescue someone or whatever. So that's government, right? So kuna church leaders wenye tunapatana na wao, wenye wako kwa community, tunapatana na community health workers, tunapatana na religious leaders, we partner with literally almost everyone in the community. And aside from that, we partner with other diplomatic missions like the embassies, we partner with other like-minded organizations internationally and nationally that support the work that we do. Yes, so we do a lot of partnership and collaborations. Yes.
Kemwa ile onamege kora kanisoshek ko kangletya kole kemwa ile mite biik che mara kokere kole kikeme mandanywa chotok che kakemwa ile intersex ko mite biik alak kora che loi manda neter nemache kisup keker kele kakiborchigei kot konyor mandanywa. So chamo mwachini kanisoshek kora chuto komwachini ole oyaptoi logoiwek cheu chu amani cha biik kora che kakemwa mention ning yo tos mwachini bichu ole oker kapsa kole maite ako ngomeche onyorwech eng oret neune ko akweket biikab
iman. An intersex person is someone who is born with both female and male reproductive systems, right? But those are human beings in our community that needs to be accepted. So niwengolal jumbe kanisa is a place where people go for refuge. Wamama lebatini chevese kanisa amungatlo ni refuge kanisa. So kanisa ni mahali tunakimbilia sisi wote for refuge. So ni mu community nyonyo ingenele mashinani kiga sa pastor kiga sa father kiga sa ngo. So you have to use the fathers and the priests and the women in the church to get your message out there. Yeah, so kungola jinibi chwejugile chinelibi chale chweju which is supposed to accept in community. You go talk to the priest, you talk to the who, you tell them about the kind of violence that children and women are undergoing. Omu imu chenyori chebios nechomba vita anywhere sai magangoi kanisa. So so kanisa inajua kazi yao nile they are serving the community as much as they are giving us the word of God, they also help us. In
kai mwa komye ngaliatab human rights ko ngam kotebege chito age kole anamjini ano human rights ichu amu angen ale biik chekere cheng nenyon TV nguno komito nemwochin ke kole chen ke oyet ak mwaiwa ole kinamjin bichu amu ngekele mara kokengem imandanyi mara kokiyochi tugun chemakororonen kolenge kinyorundo ano bichu.
Okay. So for Defenders Coalition, kuna namba tutaweka while we finish the
tutaweka hapo chini alafu
we'll put a helpline number. So Defenders Coalition, you can find them on Facebook, you can find them on Instagram, unaweza wapata Twitter, una type tu Defenders Coalition. Na kama wewe ni mtu ambaye unaona wewe ni HRD ama unajua HRD mwenye anadhulumiwa ama mwenye anapitia challenges, tafadhali reach out to Defenders Coalition, watakusaidia. Tutawacha namba hapa chini na we talk. Yes.
Na details yote
tutaweka hapo about Defenders Coalition. We will even link the Instagram pages and all that. Yes. So wanaweza patikana, ofisi zetu ziko Nairobi, but pia tuko na grounds people in almost every other county. Yes.
Kungu na ofisi na Kericho. Kotos mite na Eldoret tos kinamjana na ofisi nata. Na Kapsabet.
I'm looking like physical offices, like in maybe Chami ground. So it could be like me now, I'm a legislator, but if you want to find me to do work that is human rights, you'll still find me. Yes. Natuko wengi, tukona wengine wengi. So our physical office is in Nairobi, but now we have point people in the different counties. Because now we serve kutoka Northeastern hadi Nyanza, kutoka Nyanza hadi uko chini Mombasa. So tuko country mzima. We even go further to Uganda, Tanzania. So we have to have like ground people in different places. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kararan jitab college na wango engwitu ko legere ne Nyon TV isubi ngale jitukul asikerile kenyoru anan kaityin eng oret notok ne kararan nekitesetai kityo kengalali kemwoe akobo ngalek chebo imanda nebo kipkosobek kakekas kobun Defenders Coalition ne notok kakoarorwech Mheshimiwa Mercy Chepkurui notok ne nominated MCA eng county notok nebo Uasin Gishu ako inendet kora koteteanchin anan borchingei imandab kipkosobek. So kakemwaun kele nambaisiek chotok chetinyegei anan cheimuch iityi asiityi bichutok borchingei imandab kipkosobek kindeun kapkelien yo asisomanchi asikobit yeingete yeimeche ketoretin eng age tugul ibir simet ko ofisisiekab bichutok cheborchingei anan ofisaek cheborchingei imandab kipkosobek eng kebeberwek cheterterchin kakekas kele mitei Kapsabet, mitei Uasin Gishu, mi Kericho, mi Bomet, Narok, Elgeyo Marakwet, ano kora apart from North Rift ak South Rift.
So
all counties in Kenya.
Yes, you'll find someone. Yeah.
Okay, kasi yung chita negere chenguno anan pik tugul chemite chegere borrion ida anan borriet negere ne Nyon TV ang uitugul meje siginde namba melo itu kabasa ko tigerile kakichobuna nang kechengun imandangung amu kingegele chambik chemite sanyun cherirtos kolejin ke kyanyale leboi amaje kechengo imanda lakini mongen ale kinamchina no bicho kenamchina la tugul kule gas. So Mheshimiwa Mercy mongen ko tos tay ngalyan meje tegeteshi asikobit ke tarati tetutiet kingengele sai ko kakotoi ke shughuli chechang meche sikeborchigei kora kebe ngalek chotok chebo polatet mara ko kopit tugun cheterter cheyoksei eng emoni. So
I just want to speak, and I speak in English, I just want to speak on what is currently happening. When you speak of GBV and femicide, we are seeing that it's increasing, and the most disappointing part is what happened the other day during the protest. So I would like to condemn that in the strongest manner possible. That women should be protected in this country, and women are allowed to have a right to life, and by all costs we need to protect women in this country. So I want to continue saying, as we move on and do whatever we need to do, we need to factor in the fact that we cannot go anywhere without the protection of women. Yes, thank you.
Okay, kongoi mising Mheshimiwa, mongen ng'olyong'ung nebo let koityi biik chekere cheng ne Nyon TV bororion netugul.
Okay. Nataka kuambia nitakuwa kwa awards ya nitajidominate kama human rights defender who's also a legislator. So tafadhali watch out for that, alafu munivotie. Thank you so much. Yes.
Mara jigolejin jita ara meche kebirun kura igurege ne nyuna nan tos kai nai
kile. Agurege Honorable Mercy Chepkurui.
Okay.
Yes, na nitakuwa nimeweka kazi yangu ile nafanya. So kutakuwa na nitapadisha na media hizo. Yeah. So vote for me please. Yes.
No manganale chitugul negimeche kebirchi kura sire ki age tugul sokosoman chito kwele anan kokuyo ki age tugul anan mite shortcut ne tos koboisie amu ako tos meche bundles meche keal SMS anan tos meche
ni online, so it's a link. So mara bundles iwendi kuti online imuche vote in Kiswahili, English. So utapata kama mimi naenda nitauliza maswali ya why do I think I am fit for this nomination. So nita explain hapo. If you want to nominate me, you'll also have to explain why and ingalale kasi chakchatu chakia community. What I am saying is once we put our nominations out there, sasa ni kumobilize. Nitakuwa sasa naweka social media, naweka Facebook, natoka Facebook naweka Instagram nikiambia watu wangu univotie. Yes, so they can go click on the link and they'll vote for me. Yes.
So ore na rising wiki jango website.
Yes, please use the website. Yeah. So just go to the website Defenders Coalition, www.defenderscoalition.org, and then you go to the top parts, you go to events. Once you click events, you'll be given a drop down of all the awards. Yes. Yeah.
Kongoi missing chitab Kalenjin ang moito gulo igere na Nyon TV gagit lete tutche notok no betutab rani ne kokajabweje big chotok keborchengei mandap kipkosobe kobun Defenders Coalition ne kakekas kityongon agenge kobun Mheshimiwa Masi notok ne inendet ko MC nekikitoror ang komasta nitok po Uasin Gishu ako kakimite live agenge kongetege olitok po Eldoret age ketesetai kityong kotingeni ile itinye kityong ngolyon neimoche ketoretin keker kele kaityi biikab emet kityongon chitab Kalenjin ang moito gulo igere na Nyon TV ibwat ile kagemwa kele kindeun nambaishek yutou asikobit ketestai kityo ibir simoit ak keker kele kaityin toretet. Mheshimiwa, tos mi chi nemekat kamakes namba?
Mami, hi. So yeah, nimesalimia mama yangu.
Okay.
Yes.
Sasa kongoi chitab Kalenjin
naweza salimia wasichana wote, all the girls, all the women from Marakwet. Hi.
Okay. Sawa, kongoi missing chitab Kalenjin kakibek chi yotok tetutiet nyo nebo betutab rani ibwat ile kakimite ak Mheshimiwa Masi Chepkurui kobun Defenders Coalition neking'olole tetutik cheterter kityongon chetinyegei ak imanda nebo kipkosobei siketuiye kora betut